Pressing on, you guys, Andy Cohen, because that's who's here. Andy Cohen knows how to keep the mess messy when discussing the ladies of the Real Housewives franchise. During a recent segment of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen's Ask Andy, the reality TV host admitted there are a couple of housewives he's not fond of, but keeps them on because of their TV value. That doesn't surprise any of us. I mean, let's be very clear, Andy Cohen. The only reason that you're working with most of these women is because you financially profit off of them. What are we to assume that you guys are friends? Like, give me a break. Like, that's, of course, you're with most of these women long term in these business relationships because they are financially beneficial to Bravo, to you, Andy Cohen. Excuse me. So the idea that there is any other reason for why, you would keep a housewife on besides her TV value, like, oh, so are you keeping on your friends even though they're boring as I don't know. Which shows are those? So anyway, the Real Housewives franchise executive producer and host Andy Cohen often finds himself circulating headlines just as much as the ladies who star in the hit Bravo series. Yet he acts as if he's above people like Candace, people like Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Like, you act above certain housewives as it pertains to the way they may come off on social media, as if you aren't just as much of a problematic ass mess. Like, boy, bye. Andy, boy, bye. The 53-year-old personality is most recently going viral after admitting that there are one or two cast members he hates. Hates. That's a strong word, Andy. But he keeps them on the show for ratings. And also because, do you actually have the power to fire anybody, Andy? I don't know. I don't know these things. But I kind of wonder if Andy just has influence versus veto power. Like, I don't want her there anymore. Get rid of her. It feels like you may be able to have a strong opinion, but I don't know if I feel like that's going to do anything for the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's going to do anything for the people. Anyway, so on his Bravo talk show host, Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, an audience member asked Andy during the Ask Andy segment, do you have housewives that you hate as much as we do, but you keep them on for TV? Okay. Hate wasn't his word. It was the viewer's word. Okay. To which he responds, maybe one or two. Cohen's comments expectantly got social media users buzzing, speculating which of the housewives he would be referring to. I instantly thought of Candace in Kenya. I don't know if he actually has those feelings toward those women, but the way he is dismissive of them, the way he often tries to take the opposite side of whatever's going on. With Kenya, it just feels like people just don't be liking Kenya, but they know she's good for the show. But I'm probably a little bit more pressed to believe it's Candace than Kenya. I don't know who the other woman would be. A lot of people are saying Ramona. A lot of people are saying Candace. A lot of people are saying Kenya. Some people are saying Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't think it's Wendy. I think he would have more of an indifference to Wendy. But I honestly, I really do feel like Candace is probably in that mix because of the way he comes off. Like, when Candace had her issues on the show, it just definitely, I'm sorry, but like this last season, it definitely felt like he was shitting on her and putting her to a different standard than the other housewives. I mean, it could just be my opinion. I'm fine with that. It could just be my opinion around here. That's fine. But it's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like maybe one of them is Candace, maybe. But you guys comment. Let me know, who do you think? Who you think that Andy really don't like? And child, depending on who they are, the friend of my enemy is my friend. I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Girl, you know what I'm saying. Okay? You know what I'm saying. But moving on from there, y'all.